Is it working now? Is my microphone working too? Okay, so I'm glad it's all working now. So, okay, so, it is working. So on exploit, we are working on our perimeter, and one thing that we were thinking of putting on the wall is a clock. And normal segment displays use redstone lamps, but I thought it'd be cool if we used pistons instead that pushed blocks out of the wall. The only problem is it's a lot harder to power these. So with redstone lamps you can just power the middle block, um, but oh, there's some static in the mic. Uh, I'll see if I can fix this. Just give me a second. Is the audio a lot better now? It's the same noise. Let me try something else. How does it sound now? Okay, I'll go back to what it was before then. I think this is probably the best option. Yeah, this is, I think, the best headset that I have compared to the other ones. Hello Curly Animations. Welcome to my first stream. It's already going perfect. Just like all first streams. Okay, so what I'm building is on Exploit. You may know that we are building our perimeter. And we just don't want a flat wall with nothing. And we decided that we're going to put the logo and a couple other things. And one of the things is a clock, and it's not just like a redstone clock. This it tells you the time of the Minecraft day. So once it goes noon on Minecraft, it will say 12 o'clock on it, just like a real clock. But Minecraft time is a lot faster, so even minutes will go by very, very fast. So I'm thinking on about building the first bit of the clock with the daylight sensor logic. That's also why I don't have daylight always day on, so I can test it. Oops, I actually built too much. So I'm still trying to figure out how to power these pistons in a way that I can power these three to create like the numbers using a 7-segment display. I could use redstone blocks. I could actually use slime blocks. Let's see. Then put a piston that pushes these all in. And then guess I could power these from the side. So this is how the letter 1 will look like. It will just be sticking out of the wall. It is actually kind of hard to power these pistons like this. Because even though this works here, it'll get really tight back here. I may just add a gap here. Instead go 3 blocks here and make this a way bigger clock. So I think I'll make this just a gigantic 7-segment display. So this would be each segment like this. And then I can put redstone dust here. And then all I have to do is just power this block and it'll power all 4. Then I can probably do gap there. And that'll be the other segment. And then powering this is a bit easier. Probably easier to just do it like that. So by spreading it out and making it bigger, I think I can now power everything without having them cross over annoyingly. Oops. Just bring this across up here. Then the wall will be flush like this. Cover this all up. So for example, if I want to show the number 8, I could just power these. And I should show the number 8 when it was just a flat wall. So Instructor Snow, this is going to be a clock that I'm going to build on Exploit. And this is going to go on the perimeter wall because we don't want it to be just a plain wall. So actually, I'm going to log into Exploit now and show you probably where it's going to go. So Ninja Pigeon, we decided not to use redstone lamps because it's like doesn't look good and it's too common, and we thought we wanted to try something different. So that's why I decided to use pistons pushing blocks out of a wall. I decided to use that layout to make such a big window display. Everything takes a lot longer to load when you're streaming. So here is the current perimeter. So this is the current perimeter right now. We are now working on making the walls here. So it's going to be a hexagon pattern with the Exploit logo being right here, or I think it's actually that side. And then our storage system is going to be centered around the end portal. So we're probably just gonna punch out one of the hexagons and make it an opening straight into our storage system. And that's pretty much all that's left for the extra perimeter. We just have to finish the walls. All the floor is filled up with bedrock. These scaffolding mark the center of the ticking area, which mimics the Java spawn chunks. This is also where like all the concrete powder spawns from the concrete powder duper. And Hazel has already laid out some of the bottom hexagons, and I've built just a little bit. It does take a long time because these hexagons are pretty complicated, and it's not something that you can just easily do. So now I'm going to probably going to copy this display a bit more. I think a 2-block gap, or should I go with a 1-block gap between these displays? So just 1 block and then the next blocks will already be here like that, or should I go with 2 blocks here? I think 1 block would look better. I'm just going to remove this here. Then I think that's perfect. Yep, there we go. Just gonna save this as that, and then turn it into load mode. Copy this over here. So two of the numbers side by side will be like this. And this will be constantly updating as the time moves on. Then I'm going to think about right there would be perfect. I'm going to add the 2 dots, the colon that goes in the middle of a clock, and it blinks every time a second goes by. I don't know what interval I'm going to be pulsing the center dot, because I don't want it to be annoying and just create noise. If it's every second, that's just going to be way fast, because Minecraft Day is only 20 minutes. So just going to leave this just powered on for now. So that's the center dot. Then I'm going to add another 7-segment display here. So I built it 1 too high. Trim this a bit. So that's going to be how the clock looks. I'll experiment with other blocks other than quartz to see which one's the easiest to tell the difference of when it's sticking out or not. So now I need to work on the logic for how to power all these pieces of dust. So planning to be using a red coder and a daylight sensor. So it's right here, and they both give out outputs from a comparator depending on the time of day. Try something. Okay, so I do not need a comparator, but what I can do is time set noon. So this is going to be full signal strength. I can just grab an observer. set to noon again. Okay, so this is as far as it's going to go. So if I set to sunrise, every time the time goes on, these should start sending out pulses, and then I can just send these pulses into a chain of repeaters, and every time that pulses, I can probably because these are, every time this moves forward, it's a lot more than a minute. So I'm going to need to calculate what time it is just with these signal strengths. So signal strength 15 should be 12 o'clock. And because I will need to do some math on how to switch between these two daylight sensors and how many minutes each redstone tick is. So yeah, this is actually one of those contraptions that are a lot complicated than a lot more complicated than they seem. So I'm trying to think about how to. So just give me a second. Okay, so I just did the math, and every 50 seconds is 1 Minecraft hour, or 1,000 ticks. So it's actually pretty fast, which means that this has to go faster than every second. And basically, I need to do, just grab my calculator again. So every 0.83 seconds, this needs to change by 1, which is very fast, especially when this is just the minute. So this is why I don't have seconds, because that would just be way too fast. Then because every hour is 1,000 game ticks, that means every 1.5 ticks about, I'm going to need to actually I misdid the math. So every 16 ticks, I'm going to need to update this. But that divided by 2 is redstone ticks. So that'll be I need an 8 redstone tick clock, which would be something like this. So that'll be 2, then 4, 6, 7, 8. So this should be an 8 game tick clock. So every time this pulses, it needs to change by 1. So it's actually pretty fast. I actually didn't think it'd be this fast. That means I'm going to need something that is um, pretty fast, which I'm probably going to do this minutes last and work on the hours first. So let me just turn this off. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. So because 1 hour is 1,000 ticks, or 50 seconds, probably the easiest way to create this clock would be, yeah, so it will reset every morning if everyone sleeps. So how I plan on doing that is I can add delay with repeaters like this, and if the power is going through this, I can just, every time someone sleeps, I can just push these pistons like this, and the signal won't go through, and then it'll be reset. So yeah, it should be sleep proof. That's going to be probably the hardest part of creating this. And now a 1,000 tick clock would probably be best if you use an Etho Hopper clock. But the problem with a Etho clock is that you cannot reset it easily. So maybe the easiest way might actually be a pulse extender clock. So something like this. Oops, I built it wrong. And I could just extend this to be 1,000 ticks. Although that'll also be pretty hard. So yeah, it will be pretty hard trying to make this work every single time. So, yes, this is for exploit. So I need to detect how long it is before between, let's see, so give s, I'm going to put these blocks here. Then I think I should say time see, what would be the best way of detecting how many ticks it is between these two? So now this one is at full power, which means I could probably put this here, put a block here. That might work. Actually, that actually will not work because then I can't detect when it's starting to become day. So I need actually a resettable clock that is 1000 game ticks. The only problem is, no, we won't have command blocks on our server because that doesn't feel vanilla. So things like duplication glitches, they technically are vanilla because all they do is abuse intended game mechanics or a combination of them to create another game mechanic. But command blocks are not supposed to be obtained in survival anyways. And yeah, these command blocks I was planning to use on testing, but changed my mind. So some clocks that might work. Because creating a long clock is pretty hard. Because even if I have something like this, I'm going to need. So I'm going to need like 20 of these. So I could do something like this. So every repeater has a block like this. Actually, I need to move these back one block. Oh, okay, so Jade has a clock. Next, is it on our YouTube? Okay, I'll check it out. Yeah, Etho clock won't work because every time someone sleeps, I need to reset the clock, and it's a pain to do that with an Etho clock because all the items still need to be sent to the other hopper to reset it. Okay, so I'm importing her world download now. I just noticed that Jade hit 1,000 subscribers. That's pretty nice. She definitely deserves it. So hopefully, did the world import must be lower. Hmm. Let me try re-importing. Okay, so it should be somewhere. Oh, there it is. Yep, I have a lot of worlds. A lot of them are just copies of each other because I didn't know about structure blocks much before. Okay, so here's the clock. It looks like it uses a feed tape. How does it? Hmm. Trying to figure out how this works. So that's just to show if it's AM or PM. So that means all the logic is done here. So that's just powering. Hmm. I think the best thing to do is this over here. Then just get like a trapdoor. So it's currently not powered. Still a bit confused how it detects. Okay, so it looks like this just sets it. So I actually have no idea how this is uh, getting powered. Because I was expecting it to have like a comparator reading. So let's see. Just get a bed. Okay, so now this is powered because it's nighttime. That's light showing that it's night. So let's just see if it. The daylight sensor in the middle is just to power this lamp, which shows that if it's AM or PM. So it's saying it's 6 o'clock in the morning. And I actually have no idea how. So it does seem to be an Etho Hopper clock. And that signal is going up to this observer, down to here. And so every time this pulses, it changes the hour by 1. So that's very useful information. I still don't get how the reset system works. So let me try that again. So we just move this over by 1. So normally the redstone block is here, and then the repeater knows if it's morning or not, which turns off this clock. Oh, I see. Okay, that's pretty clever. So how this works is when this becomes daytime, it gives a signal strength of 0, which means this observer is pulled back. It powers this block, which powers this once, and it pushes this RS NOR latch down, which then activates this clock. And then as soon as the redstone block comes down to here, which is 6 o'clock, which is the correct time, this piston turns off the clock. So that's how it detects when it is daytime or when someone sleeps. And then other than that, it's all done with a Etho Hopper clock that has a certain number of items in it. So I wonder if this is somehow reset. Does not look like it gets. Because this is actually pretty clever. So what's actually really important is um, the amount of items in this hopper. So we just speed this up. So it looks like it's so 2 stacks and 12 items is what is needed per hour. So once this all loads in, uh-oh, my Minecraft crashed. Should be back in a moment. Yeah, any game gets a lot laggier when you're streaming. Because your computer has to do a lot of different things when streaming. So it has to capture the screen, and in my case, it then has to put the Kyrie 333 overlay above, and then it also has to put my logo in the right corner, and then it needs to all compress it all and send it to the YouTube servers. Oh no, don't worry. Nothing should be lost anyways, and Minecraft auto saves, so it should be fine. So first, now that we know perfect number of items we need per etho hopper clock, so this won't be perfect because shoot, what did I do wrong? Put this like this. No, oh my god, why am I building an etho hopper clock wrong? Should be easy. We just need a redstone block. And then we need, let's do something like this, so 2. And 12 items. So this should be, every time this pulses, it should be an hour. So then I could just do something like this. Then, oops. put it into a redstone torch, and that should pulse every Minecraft hour about. Oh yeah, I have a mixture of texture packs right now that I'm experimenting with, so some of the textures are messed up. So yeah, hopefully I'll get that fixed. Sorry about that. And see, every time this piston moves these, should be Minecraft Dig. And I don't have to worry about resetting this because it's impossible to get 100% accurate with the clocks. Because Hopper's every 8 redstone ticks, and it's impossible to get it the perfect timing because every Minecraft hour is not even a even number of ticks. It's, I think, 8.6. Yeah, 80.6 redstone ticks is like Minecraft hour, so it doesn't matter if it's not exact. So now I'm just gonna turn these levers off. So now I could do something that uses a red coder, which actually might be the best option. So what I am thinking is building a red coder back here. Should probably a bit lower. So then I could just bring this over here. Actually, I built that over by 1 block too far. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then, actually, it's gonna be easier if I do it like this. If I can place this block. Okay, there you go. So, hello, Meme Sky. Welcome to my first stream. So, for those that may not know, this is called a red coder. And basically what it does is, depending on the signal strength it gets, it gives out a different output. And it's pretty simple. Just a bunch of torches and repeaters. Then this up by 1 block again. Did I touch those repeaters? So currently none of these are on, but if I give it full signal strength, actually I don't need that torch for this demonstration, but because it's full signal strength, this torch turns on. But if I turn down the signal strength by moving the lever back, then, oops, did what's going wrong? Thank you, Curly Animations. Just a bit confused why that didn't work. What am I doing wrong? Oh wait, I don't need torches down here. Then I'm just gonna have to break some of this. So now this should work. There we go, so now that one's on. So then what I could do is I can get a comparator and cycle between different signal strengths. So because there are 9 numbers, for oops, excuse me. So it just happens to be that there are 10 numbers and 9 slots in the dropper. So if I just get a bunch of let's just say diamond hose, put them all in here, then I can just get a button. Every time this pulses forward, that'll be 1. And then I can move it back 1 by doing that. So then I need a way to detect so that should work. And it will jump a bit because it's dividing 9 by 15. But for every one of these is one number. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So move it up one more. Just clear this. This one also gets skipped. Then the final one is also skipped. Yes, Meme Sky, this is for exploit. We're planning to put on our perimeter wall. So this should be all 9 numbers. Actually, wonder if it would be better just to use a piston feed tape, because this would be useful for something more like this, because it's a lot faster. But a piston feed tape should work for pretty much all of these. So for the wall, we're using white and gray, but it's not going to be concrete powder. We're going to harden it using water. Currently, we're just placing as concrete powder and then adding water to it later. But we're probably going to hook it up to a wither chamber directly from the concrete duper, so we don't have to have any player input, and we'll just get already hardened concrete. So this should be all the inputs. Now I can add a piston feed tape that will have 12 numbers. So that'll be 6 on each side. So I think I can do something like going to move over here for a second. So I don't need to put all the piston feed tapes right next to each other. The question is how to get these like this. So I could so I might just, because as long as these are powered, this will be the 7 segment display. So give me a second, I need to change something on my stream. Okay. So a piston feed tape would probably be the best option. So I will move it back a bit. So on exploit, it will be up against this chunk wall, so the chunk will actually be like right here. So I need to make sure, means I have 5 extra blocks. So it needs to be contained in that line, so we don't have to worry about chunk loading. I could probably do 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, it might be better if I do it something this. So this is where the chunk is. It's right there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So this is going to be all of the displays. Then you can just wrap this around like this. So 1, 2, 4, 5. Just remove this. I don't think I can add music currently. I'll look into it next stream. Yeah, I definitely do need to add music. Yeah, thank you for the suggestion. I'll add it next stream. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Actually, a vertical one might be better. So the piston feed tape will be like this. Then we can have the blocks going around like this. Because it's definitely too low. Need to move this up by a bit. Maybe about here. Then I can just power all these pistons. Like this. Actually, it'll be easier from this side. Then pistons can go across here too. So this will be the reset line. So it could be something. Planning on using glass here. Yes, I do have a Discord server. I'll put it in chat. That should be the Discord link. So in my Discord I post like things that I'm working on before I make videos on. You can also give me suggestions for what I should make. So I'm just gonna go around here. Like this. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then so now I can just wire all these pistons up. So just add a 2-tick repeater delay here. Then can add some pistons here. Should we put this on 3 ticks because I think I'll need some delay on the top 2. Then the redstone dust can go across these pistons. Like so. Then I'm going to redstone dust tower to here. Then I can just add these pistons here. Oops, I misplaced them. They will be up here. Move this back a bit. And then put this on 2 ticks, 3 ticks of delay. And now this should be a functioning piston feed tape. Or not. Let's see what went wrong. So the first thing that should have happened was that these all get pushed over. Oh, it looks like that wasn't touching. There we go. Okay, so now I can put the blocks back over here. Okay, so now this is all working fine. Then I'm going to add a piece of glass here. I'll explain what that does later. So basically what this will do is if I put this like that, and then grab the signal to over. Actually, I'm going to put the glass on the other side. So you'll see in a second what the purpose of this glass is. So just get back down here. Put the glass and block back. Then what I can do is I can bring this signal from, actually it's gonna be easier if I put it over here. So this is what's going to be the reset system. You can just grab this and just grab a sticky piston. Oops. Oh, why can't I grab that block? Go. Then put that right there. It's a bit of lag right now. Actually, a lot of lag. Can bring this up here. Then if I pulse this, nothing happens. I move it over one. So this will keep on going. Actually, I need to think of something else because that kept on going. Maybe to actually stop on the glass. And oops, kind of broke it. Let's try resetting it. Okay, so now if I just update this, so then now what I can do is hook this up like this. Then let's run again. Hmm. So now this will go, means it will pretty much be exact, like as close as it is possible in Minecraft. It won't be perfect, but it will be pretty close. So now, this will normally be retracted, and say the time is something like this. And then if say the person sleeps and wakes up, that means it'll become 6 o'clock a.m. So then this will get fired, and this will cycle through all the times until it reaches 6 o'clock. And that's what this glass says, because then the signal won't touch that piston, and then it's going to be all fine. So now that this is 6 o'clock, we need to make it so that this segment, 7 segment display says 6 o'clock. So I'm thinking this row right here can be the 6. So all we have to do, didn't mean to put redstone there, place this like that. And then put something like this. And for this one, I'm going to be using a furnace and a comparator reading out of it. The reason is because then it'll power this piston. So I think actually, okay, so that is currently that part of the 6. So now we need to power this one, this one, this one, and that one. So the next one right here, let's see. So we can just put this coming out like this. Just bring the signal over to here. Then we can just put a redstone block. Then I'm just going to grab this. So now that part of the 6 is done. Then next, it will be the bottom, this repeater right here. I'm going to bring this up by 1 block. Then put the repeater there. Actually, it's going to be this row of blocks. So the repeater will go right here. Then we just have to power that repeater. Like this. Then, so now that part is done. It's actually powering. Oh. So because it's powering this, I'm just gonna add a lever here and here to redirect the redstone. So now it doesn't power this 1 block here. So it's not pointing into that block. Before it was, so it's powering this block. Next, let's do this redstone line. It's going to be here. Just add, actually I'm going to bring it up by block like that. Then oops, did not mean to break that. Then this should be powered. So actually, oops, misdid the 6. This one actually does not need to be powered, but let's just put it like that for now. So now we need to power these blocks, and these blocks, and these blocks. So I'm thinking next, could power so next block in this chain is this one. Put a redstone block here. So it would seem like it'd make more sense to bring it up here. I'm going to put it. So because the highest number on this side is going to be 12, we actually don't need these pistons over here because they will never pop out. So then, next to power these right here, I'm going to need to bring this signal up here, like this. But it does not need to be powered because it's supposed to be on 6, so that part does not matter. Actually, because this is a bit confusing, I'm going to be taking this away, moving it over to here, I think. So then this row is going to be dedicated to this one, this. Then I'm going to move this repeater to over here. Like this. Then this one can come one block over to here. And then the last one, this one right here, can come to this row. Bring this up by one block to make the wiring simpler. This last repeater can come right here. Also be powered. So the only one that's not powered is this one, but it can be powered through this line. So that means we have all those segments on that part of the door. I meant the display. Next, we're going to need to hook this repeater up. Then the last one is going to be here. Let's just make sure this is okay. So that's 16, but we only want 6 right now. So these could be put with normal blocks again. And then this display is complete. We actually don't need this here. Okay, so we got the first one done. Now we will just press this once. So this should clear back to nothing. So now we need to code in 7, which is the next one. And for that, it's gonna be a bit more complicated because we need to deal with this problem. Because the comparator can't read anything. See, I think a hopper will work because redstone signal won't go through it, but a comparator can still read out of it. Okay, so that worked. So we're going to also need to power this right here. And this one. So now we have the number 7. Perfect. Then we can press this again. So next would be 8, which is actually pretty easy. Just all we have to do is power every single one of these right here. Oh, I don't think that was all of them. Probably missing a few. Okay, I'm missing this very bottom one here. Just power it all the way back here. So then that is 8. Next is 9. So that's everything except for this one. Just power all these over here. Put a furnace here. Then that should be the number 9, hopefully. Yep. So the next is 10, which means we finally get to use the second display. So for 10, it's this one, this one, this one right here, 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 then so here. Hopefully that is 10. Okay, so it's 10 now. So next we just have 11. So all we have to do is put these back here. Then we need this one not cycle or something. No, it looks like it did. Must have already put that here. Because that means the one before that would have been 10, 9. Maybe it didn't cycle. Hmm. That is 11. Press it again. Should be 12. Then 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that is definitely not 6. Uh-oh. Something's not working right. Okay, so sometimes this is not pushing. Why could that be? Oh. Okay, it looks like I'm missing a block here, which messed everything up. Which is really unfortunate. So this should be on 6 now. Oh, then. Okay, so I need to clear out this one entirely. Oof. So this one's all messed up. So 7. 8. 9. 10. Should be 11. Oof. Then now 12. I'm going to need to power this one. This one here. This one here. And I think I'm missing one more. Yeah, this one. That one right there. Should be 12. Now, next will be 0. which will be this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Should be 0. Oh, looks like I misdid one of them. It's not this one. It is actually this one right here. I always get them confused. Okay, so now we're going to move on to 1. So yeah, this row is messed up. I'll have to just work through all these. Should be 2. So this should be 2. Yes, I do want to do the minutes. I'm still thinking of what method to convert to the 7-segment display, because it's going to be very fast. Like less than a second is a minute in Minecraft. So I will need something that's very fast to keep up, or else it'll become desynced. So that's 2. Next should be 3. Okay, so that's a problem. So it's reading through this block. An easy fix would just be to put the block there. Okay, so 3, we need a block here, 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 and here. I think that's it. So that is 3. Oh, and I just realized something. I don't need 0 on a clock, so it's going to be 1 off. Oof. I'm going to have to redo a lot of it, because that was just 3, so next is going to be 4. And it's going to, skip to 6. So, I'm going to have to, because my guess is that 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I skipped to 6 because it was all 1 through 4 was supposed to be 1 before. Oops. I have to cycle to that. So this should be 11, 12, and 0. So I need to actually remove 0 and replace it with 1. So put a block here, block here, here, um, and here. Oops. Don't want to make the same mistake again and mess it all up. That should be 1. And then I have to go to thank you, Noah. So now I need to go to 2. But this should be set to 1. So I need to remove this one. Then I need to power here. No, not this one. Actually, I do need to power this one. Also this one. And also this one. That should be a 2. Then a 3 is going to be the same thing, except this is not powered anymore. And this one is. And there we go. The delay between this is actually annoying me. I'll fix that later, because that one's reading off a comparator. There's a bit of delay, which is annoying. So next should be 4. No, redstone's like something that pretty much everyone can do once they start doing it and find something that they really enjoy. Because there's a lot of different areas in redstone. Some areas I think is not interesting. Other areas I really like. Some areas I suck in. And some areas I'm better. So before I really was confused by redstone, I watched a bit of Mumbo Jumbo, and then I started getting curious, and then I ended up creating a YouTube channel. Now I'm doing my first live stream. And actually a 7-segment display was my first redstone contraption. And I'm actually just realized that. So yeah, this is actually where I started off, and now it's a full loop. But it used redstone lamps, not pistons. And it was only just 1 instead of 2. So it's 3. Did I press this already? This should jump to 6, I think. Yeah, okay. 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. 13. So 1, 2, 3. So if I press it again, it should stay on 3. Okay. So now I need to change this to a 4. So I'm going to need to come down here. This. That can stay, that can stay. This needs to go away. Then I think I need to add you. That's 4. Final one should be 5. Okay, so this is the only one I haven't done yet. So I'm going to need this one here, this one, this one, then this right here, and I think this is it. That's 5. Press it again, should go to 6. Perfect. And if I just press this, this should cycle all the way to 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this is what will happen every time someone sleeps, and it will turn it to 6 o'clock, so it will cycle all the way to 6 and go. So that's the hours done. Now I need to hook it up to this Etho clock over here, and to the system that detects when it becomes nighttime. So for that, I'm probably probably just use pulse extender, this into here, then this clock over here should be every hour. So let me just make that over here. So probably gonna put this here. Let's grab some sticky pistons. Some hoppers. This. We can put comparators here. Put redstone dust here. Then we just need see 2 and 12 items in here. Oops, didn't mean to put that. Then I'm gonna have to put glass here because it's actually locking these hoppers. Then I'm probably gonna how should I wire this? I'm gonna bring this up like this. Put that here. And so it should be an hour. Oh no. Oh crap, why did it break? Oh, it was because of... Oh no! It's really bad. Let me think about how I could fix this. It's because it only created a P-tick, so only the pistons didn't fire that were directly connected to here and messed everything up. Oh, why Bedrock do you have to be like this? Oh god, everything might be screwed up. Crap, crap. Okay, so is it... Ooh, that's not right. Well, I'm actually running out of time, so I guess this is not really a perfect time, but the right time to end this stream. One last thing, Noah, you said how long does it take to learn this, and what tips do you have? So I spent a couple years, and I got to about this level. I recommend joining tech discords. There are a lot of people there that know a lot of stuff and can help you and like to help you. One tip I have is you should start with a double piston extender. If you don't know what a double piston extender is, it's basically two pistons, and the simplest way is you got to push this block 2 blocks forward, but it's actually a bit more complicated than you think, because that's the easy part, but then you have to pull this block back, pull this piston back, and then retract the piston. And then you can move on to something like a triple piston extender, which gets even more complicated. And then after that you can do things like doors, farms, stuff like that. Well, thank you guys for watching. I'll definitely add music next time. And see you guys in the next stream. See you guys.